Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful ways to support English language learners, also known as a ELL or MLL in the classroom. Whatever you are, a teacher, a coach, or education student, this episode is packed with strategies you can use right away. Let's go into it. Hi everyone.
First, let's go to explain the benefit of a scaffolding classroom. Scaffolding classroom discussion is a game changer for ELL and MLL. Why? Because language learners often understand more than they can express. With the right support, they can fully engage in rich academic conversations. The benefit of a scaffolding: they can develop academic language in real time. They can build confidence in speaking, and they can enhance comprehension through peer modeling.
Now, think of a scaffolding as a support beam. It's not a shortcut, but a structure for success. This is some strategies of a scaffolding. One of them can be sentences friends, like for example, I agree with, because. Turn and talk routines, visual cues, and anchor charts. And another one can be wait times and peer support.
Let's go to move now to using students' native language as a resources. Too often we hear that students need to leave their first language at the door, but research says otherwise. Students' native language are one of their greatest assets. Why does this matter? This is matter because promote conceptual understanding, make contents more accessible, and strengthens cognitive and linguistic transfer.
How to implement the student native language? So, this is one of the ways to implement. Let the student draft or brainstorm in their home language. Another way, use bilingual wall and translation tools. Encourage multilingual peer support and include multicultural text and materials. Language is not a barrier, it's a bridge. When we allow students to use their full linguistic toolbox, we open the door to a deeper learning.
Now let's go to move to the last part, best practice for academic vocabulary and contents. Academic vocabulary, especially in subjects like math and science, can be challenging for English language learners. But with the right strategies, we can make it meaningful. Effective practice. Pre-teach vocabulary with visual and contents. Use real-world examples and experiments. Reinforce through speaking, writing, and games. And even create interactive word walls and sentences.
An example for the best practice for academic vocabulary and contents for the English language learner can be teaching the word evaporation in the science class or STEM classroom. The first thing that the teacher needs to showing something visual to the students. For example, using the water cycle diagram. After teaching the water cycle diagram, they can move and do experiment. Do just a simple experiment where the teacher can model the experiment or the students can do the experiment. At the end of the experiment, let the student to explain using sentences. And the teacher need to give you an example how they need to start the sentences. For example, evaporation happen when, because. This is something that the teachers can implement it in the classroom for teaching vocabulary and content. Academic language grows through use, giving the student chance to see it, hear it, say it, and even to do it. Supporting ELL and MLL is not just good practice, it's equivalent education. When we scaffold discussion, embrace home language, and intentionally teach academic vocabulary, we build classrooms where every student has a voice and a path to success. Thank you for watching. If this helped you, share it with a fellow educator. Until the next time, keep empowering every learner.